Look, I'm in the corner over here. Hello. I have a new little setup. See if I can extend this out a little bit. That doesn't matter. It just makes me bigger. But I'm here to show how easy it is to create a new custom website in WordPress and to just get the ball rolling. I'm not going to go through with the whole site, that'd be crazy, but I will in the future have some more tutorials on how to do such. You don't have to use templates. You don't have to use Wix and Squarespace and Shopify and blah, blah, blah. Just start local. That's how I do it. And again, this everybody has their own thing, and things change. But right now, this is my method. And if you have your own, so be it. And go Godspeed, go forth. But this is mine, and I just want to explain as I do it. So I'll start by, this is local. This app, it's local beta. I think the local app probably has updated by now, but I'm so used to using local beta that I just stick with it. Create a new site. I'm going to name this tutorial. There's some advanced options down here. You don't need to update them. Preferred and custom. Custom will let you choose the PHP version, server, and database. Right now, this is what I'm going for, so I'm just going to continue. When I do set up sites locally, I like to keep it simple and stupid and go with root. Don't hack me. You can also have a WordPress multi-site, which is its own beast and has gotten better over the years, but we're just going to stick with a single site. So for this, I'm going to create a block theme, a child theme of 2024, and show you how to set up Sass and anything else that I would personally use. This is how I do it again. So a lot of people do it differently. It's okay. I don't judge, and hopefully you don't judge me. For local development, I do like to click on one-click admin. That should open it up into the admin without having to log in with my very complicated root. Up here you see there's a site folder that's going to open up the actual directory where the files are stored. Site shell where you can interact, so like WP CLI, and VS Code, which is really cool. Simple, just opens up the code, which we'll be using in a few minutes. So first, let's just open up the admin. It did log me in, very cool. I'm gonna add a new plugin. The one I like to add first is called Create Block Theme. I try not to spell everything wrong. Create Block Theme. I'm gonna install that. I'm not very plugin happy, but there are about 4 or 5 that I use. ACF, Yoast, or Rank Math. Usually Yoast. I don't mess with Rank Math. Anyways, the next step that I do when I install it's always Zen. Like as soon as I start a project, I'm like, okay, I love it. And then by the end of it, I'm like, get me off. Get me off here. I like to go right to the editor and close these messages that I've seen a million times. Close them all. There's 3 dots at the top right, and to the bottom you see Create Block Theme, or middle. Click that. There's a bunch of options here. For our purposes, we're going to create theme and create child theme, and I'm going to name it tutorial. There's other options down here, more repo related, but for this, let's just stick with create child theme. All right. Nothing changed. That's great. So right now, if you go into the dashboard themes, you're going to see tutorial, and it has no details, and I am anonymous. I am anonymous. The next step that I do is, let's open up local beta, and let's just open it up in VS Code. See what happened here. So under WP content and themes, you see tutorial. It's a very, very simple folder. There's a theme JSON, which is amazing, and you can really normalize your development with. There's a style.css that we're going to modify as a README, and screenshot, which you can update as you see fit. I'm going to open up Warp, and let's close these tabs. So first step that I usually do is, not that, let's go here and we can go to site folder. We're going to open up the theme folder that we just created into Warp. Warp is like a terminal. I go CD and then I drag. Wow, terminal became so easy. So inside of here, you'll see those same files. And what I usually do is touch a Sass file. Now, up until recently, I was doing, get yourself together, Tony, style.SCSS, and then I would just merge it in. But I think the best way to do it would be to create a custom.SCSS. It's like a tongue twister. So now you can see that it's in here. And what I have been doing, trying to click around frantically, is here's the custom.SCSS, right? What I have been doing is creating a functions file and using AI, because I am a lazy developer who's been doing it 20 years, and I talk to it like it's a friend. Let's create a functions file to enqueue custom.css. And then Copilot's like, here you go. I'm going to pop that right in there. We don't need this. That causes some drama. So you can see here that it's saying enqueue this and do that, right? And it's attaching it to the enqueue. Nothing will change with the site yet. Let me just open it up to make sure and to show. But now we can create a, actually we don't need to create it. Let me close that before it's confusing me. I have all these things saved. I mean, you press up or you start typing in here. A beautiful thing that it does is remember. So I do not have to remember. Pretty much we're going to say, hey Sass, watch this file and make it this file and compress it. Now the reason I don't do the other one, styles.css, is because the data that's in here, this is theme related data, and if you compress it into one line, it messes everything up. So now I have a different method. So with this, I'm going to watch for changes. That in itself creates a custom.css, and it's saying here's the map and here's the new file. So to show as a proof of concept, really, we're going to go crazy and say the background color is red. This is my go-to. And you can see inside of Warp that it's compiled it. You can see inside of custom.css that it's compressed and compiled it. Great. And inside of here, nothing happened. Let's see why. It says, oh, the server responded with a status of 404. Now, if you hover over it, you can see here why, because this is AI's fault and my fault. It's looking in the 2024 folder. That's not what I want. Style sheet. All right, so in here, you can see why. I mean, maybe you can't see, but you can also see why AI doesn't always help. It gives you great stuff, but if you're a new user and you're trying to figure this out, you'd be like, what the hell? It's not working. What this is really doing, an error, is saying get the template directory, which in this term, the template is the parent. So you don't want that. You want get style sheet directory URI. So then it should be looking beautiful red, and there's no errors inside of the console. So then you can pretty much say, hey, I don't want to make the site background color red anymore. Obviously, this does not go far down tutorial lane, right? But this is how I start new sites. I have a watcher running under Warp. So anything that I do in Sass is going to be compressed and export as CSS. There are a couple plugins that I usually do, but using this new block editor, oh, chef's kiss. It's so good. It's so good for developers. You get this little area over here. You can use your keys to just move around. It's so good to clients because they can see usually exactly what it looks like. I'm not going to go too far down this path, so thanks for tuning in, and if you have any questions, if you want me to cover anything about my own development process, please feel free to reach out. in the comments, and I will be sure to do so. So take care. Have a great day.